Are you a
What's
Democrat?
going on with that? What's going on with Democrat and Republican?
That's what I want to. Are you a Democrat though? Because we need a Democrat. Democrat or liberal, dude. That's what we need, dude. I really want to talk to some people and not fight with them. I just want to talk to them. All right, I think we got this. Let's get on TikTok live, YouTube's live. Let's do this, man. Today I wanna do debates today, dude. I want to talk to people. Get into some trucking stuff. I definitely today I want to find some like Democratic liberal people in trucking. I want to get them jump on a call. And I want to discuss a bunch of stuff, dude. So if anybody's like a Democrat or a liberal, please let me know or request to call in because I want to talk to people. Oh my God, fucking happy, bro. You're not a Democrat, bro. You're not a Democrat or liberal, bro. We're looking for Democrats and liberals today. I want to have a political trucking discussion, dude. Let me get my headphone on, see what kind of crazy stuff Happy's talking about today, dude. Hello.
Mic check. Mic check. One,
there,
two.
bro.
Check,
I'm here.
1, 2. Yeah, I'm here now.
We need some Democrats or liberals on today, bro.
Yo, bro, why you hating, man?
What are you talking about?
You haven't had me on the. I'm the co-host of the podcast.
You're not the co-host of anything. You cannot take, dude, my hard work and dedication for over a year on TikTok. Try to take over and co-host my show, dude. It's just not gonna happen. See the new name, bro?
The show blew up because of your hard work.
Do you see the new? Do you see the new show name?
But I also added to it.
You see the new show name? Called it different name, dude.
Damn Trucking Show.
That's right.
Yeah, I like it.
It's going down. So, hey,
what's the topic? Are we talking about truck? Yo, what's good with the market, man? There's no loads out of Dallas.
I don't know, bro, but we had a very decent week this week, bro. We had a very decent week this week. So I'm happy,
I blew
bro.
A tire.
We got some people who's jumping on. Hold on.
That kind of messing my week again.
Orlando, does none of them look like they're Democrats, bro? I need a Democrat today. What do we got going on? All right, we got who's on here? Orlando and Spinella. Any of you guys Democrats? I don't think Spinella is. He was on here.
Yeah.
Who's a Democrat?
How you doing, man?
Not bad.
What you guys want to talk about now?
Are you a Democrat?
What's going on with that? What's going on with Democrat and Republican?
That's what I want to. Are you a Democrat though? Because we need a Democrat. Democrat or liberal, dude. That's what we need, dude. I really want to talk to some people and not fight with them. I just want to talk to them.
All right, so let's go ahead. Let's talk.
You're a Democrat for sure. You're not like messing around.
Nah, man.
Okay,
I'm not
good.
messing around with you.
Okay,
I mean, what do you want to talk to him for?
Did any of you guys watch that Channel 5? You know, that Andrew Callahan at Channel 5, he interviewed the dude today that was actually asking Charlie Kirk the questions when that shit went down?
No, I didn't watch it.
Oh, okay. Well, I just wanted to see, man.
I got to drive my truck all day.
What? So we got two people that are liberal Democrat? Do we have two of you guys or one?
I'm not.
I'm independent.
Oh, I'm sorry. What was that?
One, maybe so far.
Okay, one so far. Okay, so do you really think that? Do you watch that YouTube guy that creates? Shit, I forgot. I don't know his name, dude. I gotta look it up. That dude that does the videos on YouTube from like inside his truck, and he's like walking around, and he looks like he's all like methed up or something. Or no? Did you ever watch him? No.
What's his name?
I can't hit the screen right now, bro. I could look on my phone maybe, but
how can you even be a fucking liberal and drive a truck?
But I want to keep it. I want to keep it civil, though. I want to keep it civil because I don't want to. Like, I really don't want argument. I just got a lot of questions because I got like serious questions, dude. Like, do you really like condone this this stuff of everybody going on and just like celebrating like unaliving of people and stuff like that? Or?
Nah, man. I mean, people. All right, this is a free country. People should have their own mind how they want to think, and nobody should be able to, criticize them. That's how I look at life. So, I mean, yeah, the guy maybe said some stuff, but he doesn't deserve to die. I mean, that's just his opinion. Either you take it and leave it. If you don't like it, it's just simple. That's how I look at life.
Yeah, because like for example, I didn't really follow him, right? Because I didn't. After he took the money, like it was being funded by a certain country that we're not going to bring up. Happy, we're not going to mention their name. We're not going to do. Come on, see, this is why you're not going to go on the show, bro.
Sorry. Okay.
Okay, so after he took that money, like I kind of stopped listening to him because I was like, all right, he's obviously going to be pointing. Like he's going to be biased on what he's doing.
But hold on one
second.
But
can I just finish? Can I finish my point?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, thanks. So like later, like I'm watching these videos and everybody's like sending me messages and the comments like, oh, but he, said that he doesn't want a black pilot and all this stuff. And I'm like, and I started thinking like, damn, did he really say that? So I kind of went back and I started looking at that stuff. He never said that. He was talking about DEI when DEI was such a hot topic. And then he's like, if I get on a plane and I see a black pilot, he's like, I'm going to start thinking, is he a DEI hire or did he really like deserve the job? And it wasn't like, anything racist about the comment or anything that he said. So like I just want to know, like, why is it that they be taking all this stuff, all these like things, and then blowing up into something they're not, and then like trying to make a person, you know what I mean, look bad when he didn't really say anything bad, and then like celebrating the unaliving is absolutely crazy to me.
Man, let me tell you, this is the world that we're living in right now, man. People go off of the bad story. But get back to Charlie. Charlie, I don't agree with everything he say, but he does have a lot of points that hit real hard. And I'd be like, man, yeah, he have a point right here and he have a point right there. You know, I'm a person with an open mind. If your point hitting, I'll tell you, say, man, yeah, you got a point. I won't say, oh no, because you said this about black and DEI and blah blah blah. I won't agree with you. He does have some good points. Don't get me wrong, he does.
Okay. Yeah, and I agree too, bro, because he comes with statistics. You know what I mean? And like I know a lot of people like, and it's not really like being racist or discriminating. It's just like if you have statistics and you back them up. I mean, it is what it is. And I mean, I tried going back and like actually listen to a lot of stuff he said about what people are bringing up to me, and they're just like bringing it. It kind of reminds me like of the election, you know, in 2016 and 2020 when they would like clip a little part and try to make Trump sound bad. And like it's like I just really think if people actually took the time to go back and listen to what is happening and what actually happened and what was said, like, you know, it wouldn't start like these burning fires of just like misinformation and people just like talking crazy stuff, you know?
Well, yeah, that's true, man. Let me ask you something about trucking now.
Okay.
What do you think we need to do, or what can we do? I'm thinking everybody's trying to run to Trump, run to Trump, run to Trump. We all need to get in maybe with like OHIDA, and we all need to donate money. That's how everybody's getting what they want. We need to donate money so we could lobby these Congress people and get what we want.
No, that's
the only way I'm thinking.
That's a very good.
Everything is gonna go.
Yeah, because you ain't getting nothing in this country without lobbying.
Street. Yeah, but let me use an example now. Say 500,000 owner operators just only put $50, right? Just $50 times 500,000. That's like what 50? That's like 50 million. Just
I don't know. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money.
Yeah,
I don't have my
say
calculator.
that's 50 million. By just $50, we could get what we want. Brokers are not lobbying.
Orlando.
Go ahead.
You want to know what the best solution is? It's free. You want to know what it is?
What?
You park your truck. We all figure out, all right, 2 days, you park your truck. That's it. It's free. It costs no money.
Well, that's true. But I mean...
You don't have to donate.
No, but...
All it takes is 2 days, bro. Max 3 days. You park your truck, go on strike. Or we can all gather at, like, Bobby's, like, house or some shit.
Yeah, my house.
We can all gather in Chicago.
Hey, whose background is that? Because I gotta mute you, because that's fucking... Whose wind is it?
It's free, bro. Striking is free, man. And people are not gonna... There's no unity in trucking between, like, owner-operators.
No, but he has a point, bro.
I don't think...
Because lobbying's gonna help, bro. Like, if you have, like, an actual, like, trucking lobbying group that's gonna help... That's gonna help, like, truckers, and for them, damn, I'm pretty sure we already got restricted, dude. Jesus Christ,
Bobby,
dude.
OHIDA is going up against the ATA, right? They're going up against these mega billions. I don't think, like, shit's gonna happen, man.
Well, it is if you lobby, because if lobbying is just paying off government officials to vote the way you want them to vote. With a lot of money, you could lobby anybody to vote the way you want to vote. But then we're not all going to align, bro, because everybody's like talking this crazy $5 a mile, 3% cap on brokers. None of this stuff's going to happen, dude. Like, you're not going to lobby that. There's no way, dude. We gotta, dude. I keep on telling you guys, like, dude, the worst thing in trucking for people to make money in trucking right now is insurance costs, and the way to combat insurance cost is going to be theft and fraud, right? So you got to fight that. So that's number one for that. And actually the bigger before that is still these CDLs, bro. Everybody got their CDLs illegally with all these stuff, and then like they're undercutting the market. So if we just fix those two things, trucking would go up a crazy amount of money. But everybody's concentrating on stuff that never is going to happen, dude. You know what I mean? Which is.
Yeah, but if they wanted to fix it, they could have fixed it already. You know, like the non-domicile CDL, bro. Yo, look, all they need, right? And I was thinking about this today. I was thinking about, yo, like, Bobby's gonna come on live. I'm gonna say this point. Yo, all they need is a pen and paper, and just write down non-domicile CDLs are banned, and that's it.
Well, yeah, but it's not that easy, bro.
If they wanted to do, but
all right, let me ask you a question.
What do you mean? Sorry. So when you say it's not that easy, like, what do you think? Like,
Hold
What's
on
the
one
hard part
second.
in like banning the CDL, the non-domicile? What's the hard
Well,
part?
they're already starting with doing it, dude.
One
Like,
second. One second.
what's up, bro? Go ahead, ask your question. Okay.
All right, let's stick up in 1 second. You remember when Biden was in power and they said, okay, 300,000 people gonna lose their driver's license because of that new alcohol drug thing. So 300,000 people left the market. People been closing down after COVID. Say maybe another 150,000 drivers left after COVID. How come we still got too much trucks on the road?
Because of what happened,
Doesn't
bro.
make sense to me.
Because they open up the borders, they open up these visas, they let these guys come in here. You know how many CDLs were given to these people, dude, between those years? You know how many like illegal people came in here and were able to like do some shady stuff to get a CDL license? How many places sold them licenses? I mean, bro, and that's why you don't see it, because they ransacked the country with all these people that came in on these visas and all this other immigration stuff, and they got their CDLs and they're driving the market down because they're driving for 20-30 cents cheaper, dude. So that's why you didn't feel that, dude. Like, we should have been booming.
Cents.
I'm sorry?
20-30 cents. I'm getting $4.20 a mile on the load I'm taking right now.
No, I'm
Right?
saying they're getting paid 20-30 cents per mile than like a company driver, for example.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm getting $4.20. I'm talking to the guy that was there next to me. He's thinking he's fucking doing something at $2.85, and he's like, "Yeah, I could drive back, and I could do it twice a day, and blah blah blah." And I'm like, "Bro, there ain't no way you're going through Dallas twice in 8 hours.
Yeah.
It ain't fucking happening." But he thinks he's doing something.
Well, I gotta
But you know
understand.
how these brokers, they corner the market so much. Say, for instance, loads are paying good out of Dallas. They want you to run cheap to another state. Why work for free? It doesn't make sense to me, because if you call a plumber, all right, just use an example. You got 10 Walmarts within a 10-mile radius. You got Publix, you got Trader Joe's, you got everybody. They're not discounting their price because they got other competition around them. Everybody's selling their stuff for the same price or more.
Well, no, I mean,
but
it's
it's owned by the
based by
same-
market, bro. A broker can't be in a hot market and try to sell you loads for cheaper, dude. I mean, it goes per market. Like, I personally don't see the issue with the brokers, dude. I really don't. If the market's hot, the brokers are going to pay. The market sucks, or you're in a shitty market, they're not going to pay you. You know what I mean? So I mean that's, and then so if like say that, like, I think that guy like actually commented on one of my videos, the guy that's actually pushing this 3% cap on brokers, dude. If brokers had a 3% cap on them, they wouldn't even be able to pay their overhead to stay in business, dude. And everybody's like acting like it's so easy. Then if it was so easy, then why
we as
don't
truck
people
drivers, we can't stay in business too. So I mean, we got to come to some agreement. We got to come to some middle point, because a lot of these brokers are getting $6, $7 per mile.
That's not true, bro. Like if you really seen the numbers, dude, trust, like, dude, we got a very big customer here, dude, and every year we got to negotiate the rates, dude. And these rates you're negotiating against other people, dude, other companies like JB Hunt, Schneider's, Swifts, you know what I mean? And they got so much equipment, so how you gonna? It's hard to keep up with these people. Luckily, I'm in a niche market where I could compete, because like I'm set up better than those companies. But dude, like, these prices from customers are not what you guys think they are, dude. Customers are not stupid no more. They know the markets. They know the backhaul lanes.
I talked to an agent last night, a broker agent last night. So he works for a brokerage and he's an agent. And I'm like, so what's your cut? He's like, they take 30% of whatever I make.
Yeah, and he gets 7. Yeah.
Right, that load's 1,000. It's already 700.
Well, no, that's not how it works. So, for example, like, say he's an agent for a brokerage, right? So, say he has a load for $1,500. He sells it to a trucking company for $1,000. They at least $500 profit, which then he keeps 70% of the 500, and they keep 30% of the 500. That's how that works. So they're not.
Hey, all right, hold on. Let's hold on.
I was under the impression.
Yeah, that's why a lot of people are under the impression that that's the way it is. That brokers are just like getting 70.
One second. I have a Raycon from QTL. I could send it to you. I could block my information out. Send me your email. I'll send it to you. There was a load from Virginia going to Atlanta. I fight with QTL for 1,400. Fight. And when I went to the shipper to pick the load up, the shipper made a mistake. Gave me the wrong Raycon. I had that Raycon. That load was paying $3,600.
Yeah,
I have it up until this
they probably
day.
send you like a miss.
Right to you.
Yeah, there's no way Virginia to Atlanta's paying $3,600 unless it's some kind of
I'm
oversized.
telling you, HDL.
Dude,
I have it. I have it, man.
I understand you have it,
email
but
it
it
to
could
you.
have been a clerical error, dude. You know what I mean? Like it could have been a
Nah.
clerical error. There could have been a load that was in the system before. They forgot to take the rate out of it for a different lane. Dude, they're not. No customers paying. What's
Bro.
Virginia to Atlanta? How many? Like a couple hundred miles? I mean, that's not even far.
Yeah, it was from Norfolk to Virginia, Norfolk to Atlanta.
So
I'm
what is like
telling you,
300
man, I
miles?
have it. No, about 600 miles,
Okay, so
580, 600 miles,
yeah, so I just don't see that happening. I mean, it could have been a clerical error, dude. You know what I mean? I mean,
bro.
unless it's some crazy overdimensional, oversized escorts needed.
Nah, it wasn't nothing like that, man. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, I have it.
I'm not saying you
I'm,
don't, but I'm just telling you it could have been a clerical error what you have. It doesn't
all right, let me
necessarily.
show you something now. I have a good friend that's at Keith, C.H. Robinson, right?
Okay.
I always call him and I say, yo, what you got in the load? There was a load posted from where it was Ohio, was going to Florida for 3,500. And I
Mhm.
said, yo, how much money they have in the load? And he looked up and he told me, man, we got 49. I could get you 49, maybe 5 grand. And I'd be like, damn. So how they keeping so much money? And I could get that Raycon for you too.
Okay. I mean, I don't know what the market. I mean, Ohio's pretty hot right now, so I mean, depending on
No,
how.
no. This was a while back,
Originally,
maybe like 7 months ago.
originally the way it was meant to work was if you get a good load, you can take some money out of that good load to make one of your shitty loads a little more attractive, right?
Yeah.
But now
True.
they're just taking money out of all the fucking loads, and they're like, fuck it.
Well, I mean, like I still like I disagree with you guys. I mean, I'm telling you firsthand experience. The rips are not as big as you guys think, and a lot of times they take losses as well. Then everything averages out. I mean, like if you're a broker and you're averaging 20% profit, like on an average for all your loads for the month, that is super good. Like super good. And
Hey, you wanna know? You wanna know what I'm surprised about?
what's that?
Like, you know what happened with Charlie Kirk,
Okay.
right? Not that I'm calling for it, but like, I'm just surprised that like it hasn't
Okay,
happened
just
to
watch
anyone.
what you
Like,
say, bro. I'm
any
not trying to get
broker.
restricted, bro.
Bro, I'm not. Relax.
Yeah,
Yo,
relax.
chill out,
When
Bobby.
you
Yo,
start talking, I can't
yo, have a
relax.
Modelo, bro.
When you
Yo,
start
have a
talking, I
Modelo,
start getting
bro.
nervous, bro. That's what happens, dude.
Go drink a
Every
Modelo.
time.
Jesus
Hey, but no,
Christ.
listen. Like, what happened with Charlie, right?
Okay.
I'm surprised it hasn't happened to like one of these brokers, like by a truck
Hey,
driver who's like
Dave, what's
miserable
up,
and
dude?
shit.
Sorry, I haven't been paying attention to the
Who's
chat.
frustrated.
Man, I thought the same
'Cause,
way
yeah, the way
too.
these brokers
I
talk,
thought
bro,
the
they
same
have no
way
fucking
too.
respect.
Yep.
Like these brokers have zero. Yo, you saw the video I tagged you in?
No, I don't watch your
The
videos.
of the brother?
Nah, I didn't. When did you send it? I usually do watch your stupid videos, but
Yeah,
I
I
don't
tagged you,
think.
bro. I tagged you in like a video. I was like, yo, like he's, cause you know, there's this driver, right? He's talking about how these brokers are like disrespectful, and they
Okay.
just like hang up on you. They don't show you guys. They don't show us carriers any respect, which they don't. Like they think like there has to be like some sort of like professionalism, you know? And a
Yeah,
lot
but
of
I don't think
brokers
that's every
they just
broker,
don't have it.
bro.
Dude,
It's most brokers, Bobby. Come on. Yo, why you always defending
listen,
brokers, Bobby?
I called a broker today. He says 650 from Dallas to Houston.
Hmm.
I fucking laughed at him and I hung up. We're way too far apart. I need 1,200 for that.
I mean, that's 1,200 is a kind of crazy rate because you're going from one decent market to another decent market. You know what I mean?
650 for. I mean, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, but then you got people that need to get back to Houston, for example, that took decent money going to Dallas that will do it. So then that's what they're waiting for.
I
That's
get
the
it,
problem.
but I ain't that
Backcalls are the
person.
problem.
But how is it a problem, dude? That's how brokers.
Backcalls are made up by brokers. There's a term
Well, they're
made up by
not made up by
brokers. You should be
brokers
profiting
because
everywhere
back in
you
the
go.
day, when people used to go before there was load boards, that's how brokers got invented because they would find loads for other people and then like help the shippers out. Like, hey, we could get you stuff coming back, for those people, and that's how brokerage just started. Like, even like Jeff Silver's first brokerage before he the Coyote was called American Backhaulers. You know what I mean? So like it's
Dial a
just.
truck.
I'm sorry.
Dial a truck.
Dial a truck was that? I never even heard. I think it was way before
Check
my
your
time.
tap board. Dial a truck. That's how that started.
Oh, you mean in the truck stops on the boards?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, I mean, I get it, man. Everybody's frustrated because the market is super. Hey, what's up, Art? Because the market is super bad. But then, hey, after the pandemic, right, when everybody was spending the money and we were banking, and nobody was complaining then, right? I don't know if you guys were in trucking then, but
Yeah, but it's been 5. Yeah, but it was 5 years now later, man.
I
We
know
got to
it's
make
been
some
so
money.
bad.
We've been starving for 5 years.
Trust me, we're all
I
starving,
mean,
bro. We're all starving, dude. Like, definitely, I could
too
jump on
long.
here and give, like, trucking information and maybe advice here and there. But if you want financial advice, I'm not the person to go to. I can promise you that, dude.
Well, no, it's super frustrating because you have to figure in the fact that if I idle my truck for 10 hours at $1 or at a gallon an hour, it's going to cost me, whatever, $40 to idle my truck, right? The margins are that fucking skinny. Like if I have one major breakdown, I'm out of business or I'm taking out a loan. I don't
Yeah.
have 40 grand, Why are the margins that fucking thin?
It's the economy, dude. Economy. If the
Hey,
economy
what
was
truck do you
better.
drive? Spinello?
What?
What truck are you driving? What truck are you driving?
What am I driving?
Yeah.
I got a 15 Freightliner. It's mine. It's paid for. It ain't nothing special, but
Yeah, it's paid for it. It's all good, man. No payment every single month. But it's just like, dude, we've been waiting for this market, man. This economy, this market, but it's just not coming for some reason, man. I mean, it's been getting better though. I mean, we see it. I mean, I'm not sure how you guys see it, but the last like 3 months, I've been, like getting better and better. Besides the last 2 weeks before this, but this week was good. But like, it is
Yo,
getting better. We're getting somewhere. I
we
think.
gotta stop encouraging people to getting into trucking. We
No,
gotta
I don't
stop
think
that.
anybody's
We gotta
encouraging
chill out
anybody
with the
getting into
TikToks
trucking
and
right now,
shit.
bro.
Bro, there's people selling courses on TikTok.
Yeah, but
A lot
that's
of these guys are from Atlanta.
but mostly like dispatchers. They're not selling courses for truck drivers. You know what I mean?
You know what-
Still,
you know
that's
what
a
I
problem,
think?
bro.
You know what I think their end game is? They're going to get rid of all these, let's say, colorful carriers. They're going to get rid of all those people. And then they're going to say, oh, we need AI trucks now. We don't have enough drivers.
Well, they're
And
already saying
their end
that.
game.
I just don't see that happening, bro. I think self-driving trucks they're not going to make it through the American winters, and wherever places in the United States we have them. And if anything, I think it's going to happen to where it's autonomous truck and a human driver at the same time, like China's doing right now, which that might not be that bad of a thing.
They're not going to make it by my truck without me taking their hood off.
Yeah, and I think American truckers, if it got to the point where it's going to be self-driving trucks, I think we'd block the highways and I don't know if I can say that word, but let's just say make those trucks go bye-bye. I don't think people will have it.
I might put something through the radiator.
Yeah, I mean, or just break the sensors.
What?
Break the sensors. It's not going to go nowhere because it'll be a big sensor machine.
Tip, just a tip.
You too, Dave, buddy, man. Have a good one, bro. Enjoy your weekend off if you have it off.
Wait, what are you gonna put in the radiator?
What do you mean? You just poke it and it's not going nowhere. What do you mean? How's a truck gonna drive with no radiator?
No, I thought you meant some crazy shit.
What?
Hey, you know what I want to ask you, Bobby, man?
What's that?
How can I get in contact with you? I want you to run my MC, man, because I know I don't have anything on my MC, but man, some brokers be like, oh, I can't work with you. I'd be like,
Just send me.
what?
Well, what's your MC?
Just send. Yeah, I was trying to say. Just send me a DM, bro. Send me a DM and then send me a DM today and then remind me on Monday because everybody from the office is gone, but I'll have them check it out for you and let you know everything that is wrong and what you could fix.
Do you
Alright,
have
I'ma
a
send
freight
it to
guard
you
against
right now.
you?
Can't you just
No,
use
I don't have nothing against.
Can't you just use
How
Flex?
old is your MC? Yo.
Well, it could be like, dude, I mean, I checked a few people's for them already to try to help them out. So, I mean, it could be anything as small as not having your ELD connected to highway. It could be if you only have like a 1 or 2 truck operation, it could be something like inspection, and then your numbers are too high, and then all you do is add a couple of trucks to safer, and it'll balance it out. I mean, it could be a lot of different things, dude. So you know what I mean? It really just depends.
Bobby, are you set up with Schneider?
Don't worry about why are you
Yeah,
asking
like,
what I'm set up with, dude.
No, cause I tried setting up with Schneider, right?
To you.
Okay, cool.
And
Yeah,
they told me that they
inbox.
can't work with me.
And then just remind me
but
on
like-
Monday, okay? Like remind me Monday during business hours, and we'll check it out for you.
So just email, just send it on TikTok. Your message on.
Yeah,
TikTok,
correct. I'm
right?
saying, but send me another message on Monday during business hours, so that
Okay.
way I can have somebody check it for you, okay?
All right, I will, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
I mean, if you got a new MC, you ain't gonna really be able to work with anyone for 3 to 6 months.
Nah, I got 4 years MC, man,
Oh,
and I got Great
Mm.
West, my insurance and everything. I got best insurance out there.
Yeah, I don't know then.
I should probably get into the comments a little bit. I haven't been reading no comments whatsoever. Dude. Or they might not work with you if you have no inspections or up 4 years. But 4 years, you should have some inspections. That's for sure.
Yeah, I got 6 inspection and passed all 6 of them.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll definitely check it out for you,
Yeah,
bro.
we
Like I
covered
said,
a little
just
late.
shoot me DM on Monday, and I'll take a look at it and let you know exactly what's wrong.
All right.
What else we got going on, dude? We got any more? Wait, we got some more people that jumped on. They're not saying nothing. I think Roger jumped on, and then King 786. You here as well?
Oh, I'm here.
What's up,
I'm
man?
fine.
How's it going?
I'm just listening. It's all good, Bobby.
Oh,
It's all good.
you got
Where's
some.
Ron?
Let's, somebody say something exciting besides happy, because as soon as happy says something, it's just gonna go off the rails, dude. We don't need that, dude.
Yeah, but where's Ron?
Dude, stop, dude. Before don't summon.
Dude,
No, I'm not. I'm not. I just want to hear his thoughts about Charlie. Like,
He's already
posting
reaching
shit.
for his smokes as soon as you open your mouth.
Yeah,
See?
right.
He's like, fuck it.
Tell me about it, bro. Fucking happy,
We,
dude.
we need the guy from Truckers Unite. Have you heard his last one, Bobby?
No, I have not, dude. I haven't really been watching like too many TikToks right now.
And you hold that sign upside down every time.
Oh, it's not
Well,
upside down. It's just
he's
it's
going
a
back
Oh,
to the
it's
White
it's a
House,
mirrored
Bobby.
camera, so it doesn't read it correctly. It's the other way around.
That's good, though. That's good.
So, Bobby, he's going back to the White House. Obviously, he was, quote, denied last time. He's going back to the White House again.
Okay.
He's got no appointment set. He doesn't have a date set. It's in the next 2 weeks. Happy, maybe you should go with him.
Yeah, I don't know, man. This
wow.
White House stuff.
Yeah, Roger,
dude.
what do you have against? Hold on. Roger, what do you have against that guy? Like, what
Well,
specifically? Do you just not like his ideas, or is it like you just don't like him as a person? Like, what's the deal?
No,
You're always throwing
I'm not
jabs.
Dude,
You're
just
always
ask
throwing
him a
jabs at
fucking,
him.
you just ask him a question, let him answer it, bro. Jesus Christ, dude.
I am.
Well, hey, Roger, why don't you like this guy? And then a million other fucking words after that, dude. Ask a question and let people answer, bro. Jesus, were you raised in a
alright,
barn in
Bob,
India, bro?
Just
Just.
do what you're doing over there. I don't want to say the word. I don't want to say the word and get you
Go ahead,
banned. Just
Roger.
do
Why
what
do you
you're doing
not
over
like
there
this
behind
guy?
that paper,
Tell
okay?
us, Roger, since.
Let us talk. Let the pros talk.
Yeah, pros, dude. Pros of bombing fucking lies, dude. That's what you're a pro of.
All right, Roger, go. Yeah,
Okay.
we blew up your podcast. Like, we got you guys views and shit. All right.
Yeah.
So you gotta thank you. Sorry, you're welcome. You're
You
welcome.
got me
Bobby.
restricted, so I got
Getting
no
views.
people even being able to see the live is on because they got
All right, well,
restricted.
all controversy. All controversy is good controversy, or whatever the saying is.
All right, you gonna let Roger answer your
Oh,
question, or you just
all-
gonna keep going, dude?
All right,
Why don't you like this guy?
you threw it off the rails. Okay,
Well,
Roger,
thank
go ahead.
you.
So why don't you like this guy? Yeah.
Well,
go ahead.
thank you. Thank you. Okay, here's the reason. Here's the issues I have. I'm not saying I like him. I'm not saying I dislike him. But the problem is he does not, in my opinion, respectfully, his heart is in the right place, but he does not have the intellectual experience and the intellectual knowledge to be able to do what he's doing. And because of that, what he does is he takes away from somebody who has the want, the skill, and desire, okay, to really take his efforts forward. I'm not saying he's right. I'm not saying he's wrong. But if you really listen, all he talks about is 2 issues. And the 2 issues he changes from time to time whoever he's communicating with. That is the problem I have. I don't dislike the guy. He just does not have, in my mind, the capabilities and the education. You start talking to him about ratios and business acumen, and sadly, it falls short because he doesn't understand the financial end. And when he feels people are going to work for 3%, they cannot. It does not make financial sense that somebody can operate a business at a 3% gross margin.
Yeah, I think like 5 is like cutting it like, and that's for like
Hey, so
trucking. But that's what are his two biggest issues? The 3% for the cap on the brokers, and then what the broker transparency? Because
Exactly.
okay.
Dude,
Exactly.
I'd be willing to say take 10%.
Yeah, but you see, we get into like muddy waters with that, bro, because that's like saying now they're gonna come to trucking companies and be like, you could only make this percentage. You know what I mean? Like it's then like again, I hate to bring up this like capitalist stuff, but then we're not. It's not capitalism, and you
Exactly,
can't and you
Bobby.
can't really cap somebody like how are you gonna cap somebody like on how much money they can make? Like I
Exactly,
know
Bobby.
I know it sucks that some brokers do make a lot of money and the trucking companies don't get as much, but I'm telling you guys, it's not as like how everybody thinks it is. I'm sure there's some lanes out there or some loads that they make a good
But I
money
mean,
on, but overall, dude, it's not like peaches and cream, dude.
If you're a broker,
Bobby, I'm net 14% on my brokerage side.
On
I
average,
am
right?
net. I'll tell you, I am net 14%.
Okay.
That's where I am. Okay,
that's
and
standard.
and that's fair. That's reasonable. The motor carrier can either accept or decline. And another issue I have is he wants to restrict market entry to people.
Okay.
And once you start putting caps or market entry on people, it becomes a non-captive market. And that's not fair to people that want to get into the industry. And it's not fair that people want to grow their business.
So-
Therefore, go ahead.
just as a broker, you're a broker, right? So don't you go to your customer and tell them that I can move this load for this much?
Okay, sir. That's
I don't
okay.
know. That's why
I
I'm
don't
asking
get
the guy that
involved
does.
in, sir. I'm in senior management. I don't get involved in that. Okay. We have people that are qualified, that know the laws, the regulations, that are reasonable people, and they'll set the pricing according to market conditions.
Well, I think what he's getting at, I think that how he's understanding it, that he thinks like every single load you talk to your customer and get money on, a lot of this is contracts, dude. A year contract, 2-year contract. Yeah.
Right.
So basically, like, the only problem with contracts is, for example, 1 month Ohio market for dry vans is hot, the next month is done. So 1 month you might make good money, but the next month you might be losing money. So if you take loads for a whole year on a contract, the customer don't give a shit if the market's hot or the market's bad. You promised me you're going to move loads for this much. I
Right,
promised you this many loads. You better fucking move them. I'm going to find somebody else to move them for me.
Right,
And
now,
that's
is it-
why I'm
is
at
it-
14%.
Yeah.
That's
Is that where the
why
spot market
I'm at
is?
14%.
No, spot
and
market. Spot market is basically like if you're talking about customer spot market. Customers put loads on a spot market when somebody falls off or gives back the load. Right. Spot market for trucking is like the DAT board, for example, or if you're like bidding on loads.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I run nothing but the debt board. I don't have I don't have
Bobby.
customers, right?
Yes.
So
But sir,
how-
if
how
I
do-
may, why don't you try and get your own customers? Because if you get instead, if I may, and I don't mean to suggest to you what to do. I have no right. Okay, I don't know you. We will never meet. But pick a 700-mile radius and just stay in that 700-mile radius. Haul point to point. Go from, let's say, Houston to Louisiana, from Houston to Dallas, okay, and just stay in that lane. Build a reputation of on-time pickup, on-time delivery, claim-free, invoice your people properly, and you will succeed.
What
Well,
are
I
you?
don't have my own numbers yet, so that's
So
that's a big.
are you leased on somewhere? Or?
Yeah, I'm leased out.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean, you just got to lease on with a company that has a comment. Hey, Art, bro, like, because I'm not really looking at the comments, bro. I know you got a lot of good stuff to say. You're more than welcome to jump on, Art, if you want to jump on here, bro, because I know you got a lot of shit to say.
Hey, Bobby.
Yes, sir.
You don't mind? How you doing, man? It's
Not
been
bad.
a while since we talked. So I just want to have this input. I told you last time I'm an ocean broker, like for containers.
Okay.
Yeah. So for the gentleman, I think it was Roger.
Mm-hmm.
He talked about his 14% and there was just this long argument that's been existent long time ago between, the broker always cheat me, and I'm a carrier. I'm facing what's going on in the market. Tires went up too high. Fuel keep fluctuating, and it's always going up. It's hard sometimes to shop around for parts, and things going up. So this market actually, I see some brokers, and I told you last time I had this relationship with the girl in TQL. She used to throw some loads to my truckers. The only problem that I see sometimes that there are new faces keep jumping into this market, and I don't know how they just go to the Volvo dealership, acquire a 2025 trailer with a 2025 truck, then all of a sudden they talk to the broker and say, how much you sold the load to that guy? Oh, 1,500. I'll do it for 1,200. So we're unorganized people as carriers. I want to say that we have really some bad behaviors. Brokers, they have these lanes, and they trying all the time to make money as much as they can. I don't blame them. Even they're sitting home or in the office, and you face the DOT, you face all the problems of the highway, you face some drunk people. But the main problem that I see sometimes with the new truckers, that they think, okay, how easy to get a truck and run in the highway and make whatever money. They just don't understand the market. You talked briefly about the Wyoming, I think, which is a new AI truck or a autonomous truck that driven by a computer,
Okay.
and it was successful actually. It drove some loads in the heaviest corner of the country between California and Texas, and it was successful actually. And the police pulled over one of them, and it was telling the officer or the DOT it's safe to approach. So there are other companies they're trying to get people out of business just because we still didn't understand how to organize ourselves. This is just something
Yeah,
I
but
felt.
but sir,
Yes.
your point is valid, but it's up to the service provider. It's up to the motor carrier to know and understand their costs and to know and understand the business.
And most
My
importantly,
broker,
relationships, man. You need relationships.
exactly.
The,
My
the,
my
yeah,
brokerage side, some months sucks just because fuel gets out of whack. We don't have the right carriers in the right spot with the right equipment.
Yeah,
Okay,
see,
so we
Roger, I'm
got
sorry for interrupting you. I just want to say this, my friend. You're right, 100%. But also, some carriers after the corona, remember when shelves were empty? Gosh, man, some loads were paying top dollar. Brokers were so nice. Hey, how much you want to move that
Yeah,
truck?
because they needed your truck, so they're gonna be nice, of course, because the market's
Yeah,
good.
yeah, because it's a supply and demand, and people until now, when I talk to them sometimes, and I say, "Hey, I give classes. Forget, I'm not showing up, but I have 2 master's degree, one of them in logistics." And I tell people, please, before you go and make the sacrifice and sign the paper and put a huge commitment for $6,000 payment for a truck and trailer, please understand the market you go into. Don't step a foot in a heavy water or like a shallow water without knowing what's underneath it. Like this guy came to me crying, "Oh, I just bought 2 trucks, one of a Freightliner and Volvo, and now look, the trucker telling me from Florida he's no longer interested and he left it in a pile." I said, "Yes, he's right because you're not paying because you just kind of made a stupid decision. It's financially affecting your life and maybe
exactly.
yeah,
It's expecting his life, his family's life. But don't take this the wrong way. That's not my company's fault. He made the choice.
Is it a fucking dog or a human?
Stop it, Walter. Okay, he made the choice. He made the choice, which he thought was in his best general interest. Okay, and nobody wants to see anybody fail. Nobody. Okay, but they've got an ambient responsibility to do due diligence, understand the marketplace, and to move forward. And, a lot of this is the troubling part I have is a lot of this is beyond a broker's control. And you'll agree with that, Bobby. There's only so many people can do. And then at some point in time, the one making the financial decision has to take full and complete ownership for their actions.
Well, yeah,
correct.
you got like what 80% of trucking companies fail in the first year, like 90 the second year. So it's like, dude, it's a cutthroat business, dude.
How do you
Exactly.
It's rough, dude. There's many nights where I can't even go to sleep and I want to bang my head
I mean,
off stuff,
also,
dude.
I mean, also,
how do you start a trucking business without
One of
knowing what your number is? Like if I need $1.67 a mile to break even.
Okay, that's pretty. With the paid off truck, that's kind of high. No, with a paid off truck.
No,
Well,
and
that's my old number. I just keep it.
Bobby, it all depends where he's running.
Well, because if you got a paid off truck, that's like a good amount of your costs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's my old number. I just stuck with it.
Yeah.
But I used to need $1.67 a mile to break even.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, national average right now. I didn't check it for a while. Last time it was like $2 and like 3 or 4 cents. So that that basically just like leaves you. Are you like taking into consideration like wear and tear and put away money for repairs in that $1.67?
Yeah.
Okay. So then I mean, so like if you're doing national average, then I mean you're basically just like paying yourself like a company driver. If you're only making like 50 cents.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean,
Not even shit.
If I can't get 2 1/4
Not Bobby.
I'm not moving my
Not.
truck because I got to make at least as much as a company driver.
Well, no, I mean,
Well,
you want to be making more as a
more.
company driver, dude. Because what's the point of
mean,
taking
I
all the
mean, in
risk
the
and
past-
getting none of the benefits
no,
or
I
the
get
money?
it. I get it. I mean, this one I'm getting $4.20 a mile on. But I get it. But if I'm not making $2.25, I'm not moving my truck.
Yeah.
I mean, in the past, when you hire a truck, there is another guy working, which is the truck itself. So it has its own envelope and account where you deposit money in order something goes wrong, like tires or breakdown or something. That doesn't exist anymore because of what's going on
Well,
now.
I think, dude, if you're a single drive owner operator, you're gonna if you know how to book loads, you're gonna be all right. So right now, because you can follow hot markets and you're gonna be all right. But there's a lot of people that have like 50, 100 trucks and then try to cover all those trucks. Good luck with that. You know what I mean? So it's just like I think right now you're better off if you're just like a single owner operator booking your own loads and you're able to go to good markets.
My biggest problem is I'm always the backup truck. I'll book a load for 3 something a mile, right? And I'm the backup truck. That broker will put that load back on the board. Oh, that load canceled. Sorry, you just deadheaded 400 miles to go get that,
Well, I mean, if
400
you're
mile
deadheading
load.
that many miles, you got to have the broker put on a Raycon right away that he's going to pay you a certain amount of money for a truck or not used if you're going to.
Yeah, I'm going to
deadhead.
start doing that.
Yeah,
I'm going to
because
start doing that.
yeah, because I had that shit happen to me before too when I used to dispatch trucks, and everybody be like, "All right, man, you gotta if I'm driving like more than 100 miles, you gotta put like a $500 like truck order not used on there, or just leave me alone." Because
Right, not only the fuel, you got me for half a day.
No, I'm saying at least like $500, for like truck order not used.
saying.
Yeah, it's just
Right, the
absolutely wild.
500 isn't for the fuel when I'm getting 10 miles a gallon empty. It's for the half a day that I lost.
Yeah, and we got La Chadota podcast. You on here? I see you jumped on, but you didn't say anything. Hello. I guess not. Guess La Chadota podcast is gone. Cool name. Nothing. All right, so we can disconnect so somebody else can jump out if they want. But yeah, dude, I don't know. It's absolutely wild, dude. As long as the economy just picks up soon, dude, we're all gonna be on here being happy, and nobody's gonna be talking about broker transparency and $3 cap on brokers because they're gonna be making
Brother,
money.
like I told you last time, Bobby and the rest of people, look, my friend, once these 2 wars going on, settle down. I don't care what people say. We have been talking about it here in multiple seminars. These countries will need crudes, they will need aluminum, they will need a lot of supplies from the United States. And you see, like, there are some like firm contracts going on. Yeah, you have to buy from me as a United States. You have to, but also here in Ohio, man, like warehousing not a stop, like maniacs, man. They tearing down old housing and they're building mass warehouse, and all of them like get a really kind of contract, whether they are like spot contracts or long-term contracts from many people. One of them is Ease Logistics. Man, they build a huge one in
brokerage?
Columbus. Brokers and shippers, man.
No, I'm
Like
saying
this
Ease
guy,
Logistics. You're talking about the brokerage, Ease Logistics?
Ease Logistics as a broker and logistics themselves, man.
Okay.
They took. Oh
Evening,
my
sir.
God! Like,
Hey, what's up, Dexter? You're on. What's going on?
Sir, listen, I just got a quick question for you.
Hmm?
What do you think will be the time frame to get all the undocumented illegal foreign drivers out of the industry? And then once they do, on the way down, or do you think it'll take until that for the rates and all the companies start paying decent wages again?
From my understanding right now, obviously they're not issuing no more of these licenses, but I haven't heard anything about backtracking and hunting down the ones they were given. So I mean, it really just depends on that, right? I mean, so obviously we put a stop to it, so it's not going to happen anymore. Obviously the ELP is kicking in, and they're actually like enforcing it because you could go on shit, I forgot the name of the website, but they have a website to see how many like they're stopping and enforcing and putting out a service. So those numbers are going up every week. So I mean, they are taking action, so they are putting people out. I think we're already kind of feeling it, dude, like a little bit, but.
Bobby, let me help you with this answer, please, if you don't mind. So many people will say, okay, yeah, they're good. They will put a lot of people out of business. But believe me, someone always out there trying to find a way around it. Like this guy in Columbus, man, just go there, my friend. $2,000, you got a CDL, and I've seen it still active. I don't know how, brother. I don't know how.
Well, I mean, doesn't matter. But there's after this, it's not going to be happening anymore. There's no way, dude. They're
Yeah.
Once you report it.
Yeah. So
unless you speak
like,
English and you can pass the ELP, but like anybody that doesn't speak English, that's not going to fly no more for this dude.
Yeah, so like in Florida, I know they put some ice inside the weight stations. I know that for sure.
Mhm.
That's
There's
going nationwide, by the way.
I'm sorry.
Huh?
That is going nationwide, by the way.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
that-
what I heard.
that's Florida.
What the hell's the guy's name? Brian or whatever. The black dude from Florida. He's trying to
Yeah,
push that
each
bill.
state is doing it. See, each state operates kind of on its own, even though it's under the federal government guidelines. But in addition to this, I've read some articles online that they are going to the database because apparently every illegal immigrant was actually documented that came into the country, so they
Yeah,
have their
through that stupid
information,
app, right?
and they are flagging their licenses. Now, here's the deal: you can drive down the road without a license until they catch you.
Yeah.
So
Well, I
that's
mean,
a
with a
big thing.
truck, you shouldn't be doing that, dude. And with a car, I kind of understand. But
Totally agree. Totally agree. I just think it's going to take around 12 months or so for them to get majority out. From what I've from everything I've read, there's somewhere around 900 something thousand illegal immigrants driving a semi.
I mean, yes.
So just round it up to 1 million. We take 1 million out,
Yeah.
our rates will go up, and we'll get some good, honest, decent drivers. It'll attract them back in. They'll have to pay more, and
Right.
everything will be good again.
What I'm waiting for is, I think, what is it? I just looked it up. I think September 17th is the date for the Fed to announce the first rate cuts.
Yes, sir.
I think after that we're going to see a boom. That's my opinion. I mean, I don't want to call shit because you can't predict.
I totally
anything.
agree with you. They're supposed to meet Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. Expected a rate cut. Now, I don't know. We're just speculating it's going to be a half a
No, we're
point.
definitely getting a rate cut, dude. Especially with the job reports number that came out, which is super bad. And then that's another thing that gets me, bro. Everybody's like arguing with me. This is Trump's economy. Like, they do not understand. They forget easily that when Biden was president, they lied about 800,000 jobs on the jobs report.
911,000.
Well, total, yeah. But I'm
It
saying
was
that one
almost
time when
rounded up to
they
1
got
million.
busted.
How do you lie about 1 million jobs? How?
Because they did, and
How is
now
that
all of a
possible?
sudden everybody's like, "This is Trump's fault." This decision. I mean, dude, he inherited. Like, I hate to use that term because everybody says it, but he literally did inherit it, and then he's trying to fix this shit. So yeah, like I was so expecting, because this administration is actually giving you real numbers. So when this jobs report came up, I wasn't surprised. Like, I knew that shit was going on.
Oh, for 4 years under Biden, we got fake everything.
Oh
So
yeah,
yeah, it
everything.
didn't
Dude,
surprise me at all. And they spent so much money. I mean, and everybody's upset they're getting jobs cut. I'm like, you have to. The government expanded too much, way too much.
And then, dude, towards the end, I'm gonna look it up exactly what they did. But towards the end, they started bombing just money everywhere, dude, just to make it as bad as possible for when Trump comes in. They're gonna, you know what I mean? They're gonna have a hard
The
time
month
to
of
fix this.
December, Biden's last month in office before Trump took over in December, the stock market went down 8%. That's huge.
I mean, we're hurt. We're hurt, man. And when Biden was in the office, here in Ohio, we get whole communities, man. All of them, when like by Friday, brother, all their apartments they have, instead of cars, trucks lined up like you can't name it. I mean, he allowed a lot of people coming in, and we're taxpayers. We're a taxpayer. We pay the tax crap out of. I pay, in my office. I pay in my company, in my house, everything, man, taxed. And he allowed a lot of people. Say they start opening like mechanic shops, and they sent one of the guys. He said, "I swear, this guy is sick or something." I agreed with him on the price. Then he told him, "I'm not gonna release the truck unless you pay me $200 more because I put a small like screw or something." He said that's $2 on the dealer. You charge me $100 for it? I mean, some people really kind of having this appetite that there is no law. There is no law.
Yeah, it's why, dude. It's wild what happened, bro. Like we don't even like realize like what we lived through. But like, dude, like 5, 10, 15 years from now, people are gonna be looking back like, what the hell happened? Because this was absolutely wild, dude. I mean, like they literally opened up our borders, they let anybody in. Then
This is worse than 2008.
dude, they gave us, they gave us fake stories about driver shortages in trucking. Then started handing out CDLs to people that don't know what a BOL is, as you can see by that Chinese guy in the video, the first one that was recorded, failing the ELP. Like they gotta even know what a damn BOL is, and they give the license to these people. They crash our trucking market, and then like everybody's like talking about like it's just crazy. Like all these stats, like the other guy on YouTube, like this guy's wild, dude, and he's like, 17,000 farmers or whatever. But like they're not even taking into consideration. They're taking numbers from when we were having like trade negotiations. Obviously, everything like numbers were low because we're in a standstill because we're trying to negotiate trade. And then you got like countries like Japan, they're like charging us 100% tariffs on anything cars we want to send there, and we're letting them send these cars here for free. And like people don't understand, like we had to do something because we're getting taken advantage of completely. And we start doing something, there's going to be a little bit of pain. But like, dude, if we had, like you said, the real numbers from Biden before with everything, then like you would know what's going on. We're in a recession for how long? And every single time the recession numbers came on, the definition of recession got changed somehow.
Absolutely, Bobby.
Yeah, it's like
And
absolutely.
if I can say one point, that gentleman who talked about the warehouses in Ohio, he is 100% correct. I cannot believe the warehouses that's going up in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Like there has to be at least 500 acres, and that is not a stretch, of these huge ass warehouses. I just cannot understand it. And Calgary really isn't a port. Like they've got no ocean accessibility. So they've got rail accessibility, obviously. But I cannot believe the size of these. We're talking about 150, 200 door warehouses. And
Everything is going to go back to like the early 1900s. Everything's going to be around a rail delivery and an autonomous truck, and that's how they're going to make it work. And then they're just going to have day cab guys that are going to somehow deliver it, and it's going to go back to the olden days. And then everything's AI. So like, not to put a damper on anybody, but
That ain't gonna happen
just
in our
released,
lifetime.
they just released an article that
see,
AI is going to replace all the YouTube, all the content creators, and all your call service centers, like within the
right. Even like I go to college again,
Yep.
and I see that one of the main things universities and college put out there that, hey, if you are using AI, we have our own tool to discover you, and if we find you, you will be banned. That's
Okay.
that's
So
gives you
something
indication.
nobody's talking about that just happened in the last couple of days. Oracle just said they have $400 billion in backlogged AI orders. Their stock went up 35% in one day.
It's coming, and it's gonna hit hard. I tell
So
you
I mean, why is nobody talking about this? It's not coming. It's here.
yeah,
They
but
just got to pull the trigger.
okay, I agree with that. There's merit to that. But please think of this. You still have to have the right truck with the right driver, with the right equipment, in the right time, in the
There is no
right
driver.
place.
There will be no
Okay.
driver.
I mean,
No, there. If I may, sir, I understand where you're coming from, but there has to be some type, a driver, and the AI that's operating said vehicles will be driver assist. There's a corridor between Dallas and Houston, and I watched this. Okay, and they
I
were
know what you're talking about.
they were running total autonomous. I believe the company's name is Aurora. I could be wrong.
Yeah,
And
it's Aurora.
They were running totally autonomous. Something happened. I believe they had 2 near misses. We're talking near misses. So now they have a truck operator in the cab.
Yeah.
And I can see that, but I cannot see them running totally autonomously.
so
Now,
that's still like you're right, 100%, sir. Sorry for interrupting, but
No,
like
go ahead.
like
Okay, sir, I do
area
agree
here-
with you, but
for
are you aware that they actually have autonomous trucks running with no driver in it in the state of Texas? They
Yeah,
also
another
go
state
from
too. I think wasn't Ohio as
Coors.
well.
No,
No,
New Mexico.
yes, it's Ohio. It's actually 25 states. See, each state has to pass this law. Then they're going to pass the national. It's up to like 30. But just to give you, you can Google this. Coors Beer in Golden, Colorado runs from there to somewhere in Ohio, totally autonomous. They've been doing it for over 5 years.
I
Damn, I
have
used to,
problems with
they used to
that.
pick up
That's
loads
all I
from
can
there.
tell you. I just present the facts. I don't give you my opinion, sir.
No,
I just give you the facts. You can Google this. But another thing is this. Now, sir, the moderator, where exactly are you from?
Who, me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I'm from Chicago.
Okay. Well, over in Europe right now, they've been running autonomous trucks for decades. Just like they've been platooning military vehicles. So it works over there. It's just we're a very more populated country. That's why it's taken longer. But they've been running them for years and decades on the Autobahn in Germany.
Yeah, so is China, but China
they have the
has
technology.
a co-pilot human.
Exactly, Bobby.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if you guys are aware, but all these driver-facing cameras have AI technology right now, and they've been unleashing them. Prime Inc. said what? December 31st, everyone's going to be AI, meaning you tilt your head to a degree, they're going to say you're sleeping, you're distracted.
Yeah, and everybody should quit that job, dude, because front-facing camera should be 100% illegal, dude.
I agree.
I agree, but I'm just presenting the facts to you guys. This is going to be huge. In the next 6 months to a year, all the cameras are being updated to this AI technology, facial rec, everything.
Yeah, I mean,
And it's
it's
gonna
gonna
be
be the
mandatory.
whole world, dude.
That's just the
Every
way it's
carrier
going.
must put it. Every carrier must install it, believe it or not, because these companies they find a way to contract the government and tell them, "Hey, we have a new technology and it's lovely and it's gonna save the insurance companies
Yeah,
tons
the
of
insurance
money."
is gonna be the ones gonna push it because the
Yeah,
insurance is
the
gonna
insurance
start.
company gonna say, "Hey, if you don't put it,
Exactly.
your rate will go double or triple, or otherwise we're gonna actually, depart ways with you." This is one of the things that the government always love because somehow, some way, insurance company is actually
No.
lobby.
Do you actually know who owns Wix? It's out of your town, Chicago, sir.
Who owns
A
what? I'm
hedge
sorry.
fund. The company that owns the Wix driver-facing camera is out of Chicago, and it's owned by a private equity firm. Private equity is what has been pushing up the prices and everything in this country. They got into housing in 2020.
No, yeah, don't even get.
Nope.
Let's not even get started on
They,
BlackRock and all
they
that
own
stuff.
multiple trucking companies, huge ones. Okay, and the ones that they don't own 100% publicly traded, they're major shareholders of, but they own that company. Yeah, Google it. They also own Webco Meritor, which is your driver-facing distance on the front end of the truck. They own practically everything.
Yeah, it's
The
wild,
trailer
dude.
manufacturer, and I don't hear anybody talking about this. Wabash just got hit for $450 million in a case down in St. Louis, Missouri. It's going to bankrupt the company if they lose their appeal.
Who's
This is
Labos?
all online.
Well,
Yeah,
the trailer.
yeah,
What
they
do
were
The
involved in a
trailer
fatality.
company.
What do you think
CRST.
is going to happen when you take away the jobs of guys like me that have put their whole life into getting their own truck and their
I
own
agree.
shit, blah,
I
blah,
agree with
blah?
you, sir.
What do you think we're going to do?
I agree.
Take it
I
lying down?
mean, can't go into farming because the government pretty much pulled out of propping up the farmers, so now
Yeah,
they're all
Bill
going
Gates
bankrupt.
owns all the farmland, which is absolutely crazy.
Yeah, he owns like what,
No, we're
2.5, 3
not
million
we're not
acres.
planning on switching careers at all.
Oh, I agree with you.
Oh shit,
Can we talk about bills of lading? Nobody
Sure,
ever
go ahead.
talks about bills of lading.
what do you like about
Okay,
bills of lading?
Like that's almost the most important instrument in your tractor besides your insurance. Does anyone
permit book.
ever read their bill of lading, and does anyone ever understand it?
They just take the address, man. They just want to see the address. They don't read nothing.
It's just
Yeah,
numbers. It's something to be official.
No, yeah, but it's much more than that. That's my point.
What are you talking about?
Like
being the contract of you having possession of the freight? Or I'm confused on this one.
Okay,
Or
well,
trying to get paid.
it's several things. That's your instrument of commerce. One, it details the pickup, the delivery, the pieces, the weight, the commodity. It lays out your claim terms.
Okay, I have a question for you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever had any type of inspection level 1 to 3 side of the road or in the scale house, and actually have whoever's doing the inspection call the customer and verify the bill of lading and say, what does this mean? I never have.
Well, well, as far
All they do is match that to whatever e-log or paper log you were running at the time.
No, we got
Okay,
another guy in
sir.
here. Jay, you in
That's
here? Hold
beyond-
on, because we got a new guy in here.
Okay, that is beyond my scope in the company.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
no,
know
I'm
at
here.
the driver
I agree.
level.
Yeah,
I
so
agree with you, but
well, I
I'm
was
just
kind of waiting
throwing
to
it out.
come in.
What's going on, buddy?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Jay. You good, bro? Go.
Not much. No, I was just gonna say. Yeah, so I was just gonna say, my company that I drive for actually just put in those AI cameras, and I do not know how I feel about it at all.
Well, you
I feel like
better
it's a
you better
like
close your
big
curtain if you
violation
want
of
some
privacy.
private time. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, here's a question.
It's just mind blowing to me. But I was gonna. So I'm actually moving to Florida in a month, and I'm planning to start my own company, but for moving for this reason, because these companies are starting to put. I've turned down multiple jobs
The state of
due to the
Illinois
reason
just
of them
settled a
having
lawsuit.
technology.
Wait,
The
hold on.
state of Illinois just settled a lawsuit about the AI driver facing cameras.
What? So do they pay out or?
They're not just driver
Yeah.
facing, though. They're passenger facing.
Yeah, the
They're
driver
everything.
facing. Just Google it.
Well, we've
I don't
seen.
remember all the details, but they settled for big money. Anybody that was driving through the state at this time to this time got into settlement.
Yeah, because I mean,
Right,
we've seen it
Stevens?
with the guy with the U-turn in Florida, right? Because we seen his
Exactly.
facing camera and it showed like the whole cab.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm very glad you brought that up. Explain this. Explain this. How within less than an hour of that accident was that camera footage released to the general public? You normally have to go to court with a warrant to get that.
The company released it, right? So the company the company owners, they released it in their WhatsApp group chat,
This
and
is
then somebody
Happy Hour,
leaked it through there.
Indian
No,
correspondent, so he could let you know exactly what happened.
Yeah, well, no, I'm serious though. Yo, so like the company owners, right?
Right.
The company owners, they put it in the group chat, and then they're the ones who released it just to cover their ass. Like
Yeah,
they
no,
didn't
they
want
put it in a
to. They
group
wanted to
chat.
make it the
How
driver's
are we
fault.
gonna cover this lawsuit? We better get some
But
likes on
okay,
TikTok. Is that
okay.
what they
I
did?
understand what you're saying, but answer this next question.
Uh-huh.
That dude was not arrested that night. Somehow, non-English speaking, non-reading, didn't have any money, got on a plane and flew to California, was going to go back over Baja, Mexico, like he came in at 18.
Well,
So
yeah, because they
explain
told
that.
him to go to the
And they
hotel
caught
and
him.
wait, right? That's what
Yeah,
I understand.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay. So how does somebody that doesn't speak English understand? Oh, only could identify 2 out of 10 signs. Couldn't read the Dr. Seuss book. Get to California and they caught him. So explain that part.
Well, because they kind of knew he took off, so I mean that's where he was going. It's not that hard to track somebody if you're the feds if they jump on a
I
plane.
think the owners of the company were behind it, even though they
Oh, they
released
were.
it.
The
Well,
owner
here's
of
the
the
deal.
company's the one who told him to beat it, and he got him a plane
Right.
ticket. So I mean, obviously, once he jumped on a plane,
But-
I mean, the feds are
but-
going to get you if you got any kind of plane.
Even though they've released the camera footage, they're liable. They're going to get nailed in court. So
I mean,
they're
they
going to
already
be
got
like that
shut
pizza
down,
company.
dude. They're
They
screwed.
subpoenaed the company owner.
Well, they
The
closed
company
it
owner,
down.
they subpoenaed them.
Yeah, they're gonna be
White
like that
weren't
cat
they
in
called White
Colorado
Horse
from
Transportation or something like that.
a ghost.
Because I just saw them on the load boards looking selling freight.
Who?
If it was White Horse, or
No,
whatever.
not White Horse. It was White Eagle. I don't know. What's the
Okay.
Indian company's
White
name?
Horse.
I mean,
White
it didn't benefit them at all to release that camera footage.
No, but
Hey,
I'm
Bobby,
thinking.
did you hear about?
I'm thinking what happened was like because I know a lot of times like even like with us here, if
I
like
just think they
something
didn't
crazy
understand.
happens, we'll send each other like, the surveillance footage. So I'm guessing probably one of the employees leaked it. That's probably what I would say.
I think it was.
Did you
leaked.
hear about
I
Hope
don't think
Trans?
it was intentional.
About who?
About Hope Trans, apparently, the accident on I-20 like a couple months ago. I told you about the Mexican guy.
In Texas?
He like fell asleep. Yeah, in Texas.
Yeah.
So like, apparently, I just saw in the news that they're still operating, and apparently they racked up like so many violations and like unsafe driving. They're still not shut down. I just saw it was on Freightwaves, I think. I saw an article on it.
Possibly. I don't know, man. I have no idea.
I'm just going to throw this out there and just get everybody give me your opinion on it. The mega carriers, like the biggest trucking company out there, not just the big four, but some of them below them.
Uh-huh.
Okay, they're all publicly traded, but I think the government keeps them in business because if they ever went out of business, do you know how messed up the flow of freight and logistics would be here? I mean, if JB Hunt got shut down, I mean, how many thousands of customers would be stalled and their plants would shut down temporarily, just like Swift, 35,000 trucks. So I think the government lets them slide to a point. and then they're like, you got to clean up your act. But
yeah, I mean, but
will
they
they ever
also
let them
they
go out
pay
of
for the
business?
government, bro. Like they do, they're
Exactly.
yeah, they're paying, and then you got like it's just wild. They got their own insurance companies too, dude. And so like what I mean, like they could just take any driver. I mean, dude, it's the mega carriers
Oh,
are
hold
crazy.
on, whoa. The big four, they self-insure. They create
Yeah,
their own
exactly.
insurance
That's what I'm
company.
saying. So they could hire
So,
anybody because they have their own. They
yeah,
make their own
exactly.
rules for their
But
insurance.
it's strange because they'll say, well, you're not qualified, but you are. So they kind of do selective disciplining and hiring.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Okay, now
I'm not a fan of mega carriers, bro. Then you got like JB Hunt.
I understand.
They don't own part of BNSF, but they kind of do. So like
They're
they
in
get
tight. Let's just say they're in tight.
yeah. So they have like favoritism up the ass. It's just wow. They got a super big advantage, dude. Like they got a super big advantage. They want trucks, Freightliner, Volvo, all those things. They get them first, as many as they want, whatever color they want. You know what I mean? So it's like, dude, they have the advantage for everything, and I have no idea how they're operating a profit. Because like even if for like how many times I went after customers and I tried quoting them, and then like they would tell me like what JB Hunt's like quoting them, it's like ridiculously like I don't even know how they make any kind of profit off.
How much is it?
I totally
$100?
agree with you. I think they're all cooking the books, even though they're publicly traded and they release their quarterly financials. I think they're all cooking the books. That's why I don't own a single stock from them, because JB Hunt right now is like $75 off their all-time high, and the stock market's at an all-time high. Explain that.
Just a big pyramid scheme, you're saying?
Yeah, I think it's a Ponzi scheme. And
well, Ponzi
now,
pyramid.
I've never seen anything in writing. I've just heard this through the grapevine that all the mega carriers pretty much own the trailer companies and all these manufacturers. Like 1 in 4 trucks, every 4 truck that rolls off of a Freightliner is supposedly a Swifty truck.
Well, how about
possible.
Schneider?
Never seen anything in writing. All this is we'll just call it Commando Coffee Hour.
Yeah, it's wild.
Okay.
Well, I mean, these guys got advantage, but that's smart. I mean, if you really think about a smart business, because like if you should probably start trying. If you make it to a certain point and
The
you
buying
got that
power
much
that
money,
they have. Think about the fuel power, buying power they
yeah, I
have.
think
with
Art
Pilot.
just said it. They pay like
Isn't
cheap.
it an odd? I mean, don't you find it strange that all the mega carriers fuel at the same truck stops Pilot? There you go, and buy tires and equipment and maintenance from all the same customers. There you go.
Yeah, because I mean,
Well,
either
obviously they
like you
have a
said, they own a part of
consortium.
them, or they got such good deals, the bulk purchasing.
I agree.
It just
Well, what they have is a consortium, which in essence is a buying group, which is exactly what I've done with my insurance. Okay.
Exactly.
What I've done with my insurance is we formed a consortium. And this consortium is to make sure that we have motor carriers that are like-minded, that are safety-oriented, that pay workers' comp, that don't work under a 1099, that pay benefits, that pay source deduction to the government, and that are legitimate. So we know exactly where we are. The insurance company loves us because they know we're upfront and they're aware insurance equals risk. We're aware risk equals insurance, but they know the balance of probabilities. We will be in a serious at-fault incident, lesser of a percentile than a 4 or 5 truck fleet. And that's why these 4 and 5 truck fleets cannot get insurance, and or the pricing for insurance is off the wall.
yeah, I mean, it's set up to fail, dude. I mean, and I'm sure
Exactly.
mega carriers have a part in that too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you cut out competition by giving them high costs and a high failure rate, so there's gonna be less chances of anybody, growing that big to compete with them. And then if you do grow that big, they buy you out. That's it.
To take it a few steps further than what you said, sir, all these lease operator, owner operator type dudes, whatever you want to call them, LP, from these companies, they're designed to fail, and they just want you to cover the cost of the vehicle and just pull their trailer down the road.
Yeah,
So,
Exactly.
okay, for example, I've never met a millionaire out here that worked for a company.
Yeah, and then you mess up on your lease, they hand it over, fix the truck, and hand it over to the next person. That's why I always say, like, if anybody, like, even like with the finding like jobs for people, if they ask me if I could lease the purchase program, I always tell them don't do it. It's just not worth it. And
Exactly.
I've even ignored, like, because people kept pushing me to get them into that program. I just ignored their messages because I don't want to do that to somebody, and then they're gonna fail and get pissed off.
And that's where this, sorry to be so frank and honest, but this is where this Truckers United guy Vince, this is where he fails miserably because he pounds this driver, owner, operator, lease truck, etc., like that, 2, 3 trucks, etc., like that. He caters to them, he pontificates to them, and sadly, they don't have a chance.
I mean, the only
And
strategy, if you want to, I think as a driver, say if you want to succeed as a driver and set yourself up, I mean, honestly, the best game plan would be, dude, jump in a truck when you get your CDL. Don't, like, especially if you don't have a family or kids, just drive your ass off, save your money, save up enough money so you have a nice down payment, very nice down payment for a truck, money put away for repairs and all that stuff, and then set yourself up properly, you know, to succeed. And like pushing these lease to purchase program, it's like, oh, zero money down, all right away. And people coming in with like no money saved to get into the lease purchase program, that's why they fail. You know what I mean? So they're just
Exactly.
not.
I
Yeah.
did the lease purchase. I'll tell you how I beat it.
Okay.
I got a truck. I think I had 220,000 miles on it when I started the lease. I worked for him for a year, saved up my money, and I went to a private finance company and bought the truck out from underneath them.
Okay. Well,
And I
there you
paid
go.
my finance company, and it was my truck.
Yeah, because you don't. And
They
then
were
say if a
fucking-
company screws
They
you at the
were
end,
fucking pissed.
they'll be.
They were pissed about that.
Well, yeah, of course, because they want to keep making money off you. And then if they got you on lease to purchase, you have to stay with them under their MC. You have no options of going anywhere. And then they want you to fail so they could, you know, because they already made all the money, they could just put a couple grand
Yeah,
and
they
fix the
could
trucks
recycle
and
that truck.
give it to somebody else. All right, listen, guys, I have to get off because I got to go do actual real work right now. So I appreciate everybody jumping on. We'll do it again next week.
Congratulations.